Hi, this is Mark Johnson, host for It's Nothing Hernando, where I held conversations with exceptional people in our community. If you know someone who gives so much and expects so little, have them get in touch with It's Nothing Hernando on our Facebook page, or they can call 352-584-6559. I'd love to interview them as well. And today I have two guests with me from the Parent Academy in Hernando County School District. I have Shelby Pinder and Rochelle Pinder and Shelby Santos. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Say hello. So let's talk a little bit about you guys. Now, Rochelle, I know your husband is now head of HR in the school district?
Yes, he just recently got a promotion from the principal of Fox Chapel Middle School to the director of human resources.
Right, so you're all about the 7 habits.
Love the 7 habits.
Right, and now let's talk about you. What have you done?
Well, this is my 23rd year teaching, and I have experience in kindergarten, 3rd grade, and middle school, 6th grade, especially for English language arts.
Wow.
And I've wanted to be a teacher since 3rd grade, so it's something that I always wanted to do.
And now you're in 6th grade.
No, now I work for the Parent Academy as a teacher on special assignment.
And Shelby, how about you? What have you done? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I moved here 13 years ago from Long Island, New York to Spring Hill, Florida. I had no idea where it was or what was here, but I moved here and was able to go to Fox Chapel Middle School. And from there, I went to Nature Coast Technical High School. I was able to graduate with my associates.
Wow. And
I went on to nearby, the University of Tampa, graduated with my bachelor's, and then I started here with the Parent Academy. Recently, I graduated my master's.
Congratulations.
In December.
How long have you worked for the Parent Academy?
5 years.
Wow.
5 years.
You were telling me earlier you also have a hobby?
I do. I like to box.
You like to box?
Yes.
You like to beat the men up in your life?
No. No, it's a good form of fitness, health and fitness.
Really? There's a lot of discipline involved in boxing also.
It is, yes. I get up every day at 5 a.m., well, actually 4:30 to get to the gym by 5 a.m. and box.
And that's over at Shaquille's?
Yes.
We're going to get Jackie Wilson on the show one day.
He's an amazing coach. He stays there with you the whole entire time, and he works you through the exercise. And the sessions are very hard work, but it's good to get through.
It's rewarding, I bet.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Parent Academy,
Yes.
since that's why we're here. So why don't you explain a little bit what the Parent Academy does?
Well, the Parent Academy opens the line of communication between home and school by connecting parents with the resources in Hernando County. And so we have our hands in many different things. We have 6 individuals on our team. We have the coordinator of family engagement, Ivette Mendoza, which you know.
I know Ivette very well, yeah.
Yes. And we have 4 Parent Academy liaisons now, myself. We have Beth Zacharias, who has 30 years of experience in parental engagement. We have Kelly Gormley, who came to us from England. And we have Luisa Bonilla Arroyo, who is here with a public relations background.
Wow.
And she's able to translate documents for us, make sure that all of the students receive the same material.
Now, some of the resources you're talking about are not necessarily resources within the school district. You connect the parents with other resources as well.
We recently launched websites for homework help and other test prep materials. We now offer websites for pre-K all the way up through 12th grade. Our pre-K website offers kindergarten readiness skills, a read-at-home plan, and it has 5 learning games on there that we recommend for the kids, the little ones that are entering kindergarten. And for the grades K through 8, we have several resources that we offer that are all standards-based. We met with the curriculum coaches in the district, who in turn met with the teachers who developed we have the Florida standards that we're using as the base, and they created the curriculum maps. So on our website, we've aligned all the curriculum maps with quarterly learning goals so that the parents can look at the website and say, oh, it's the first quarter. We put the dates of the quarter so that the parents, it's very easy to use, and they know what their child should be learning in school. And we also offer on the home page for grades K through 8 a really neat reading learning tool because kids should be reading 20 minutes outside of school. It's called Wonderopolis. It is the most fabulous tool ever.
Really?
For 20 minutes, they're engaged in a reading passage that's very high interest. And if you have a struggling reader or you want to do a read with, there is an audio experience with a listen feature. And it will ask the kids 3 questions at the beginning, 3 questions at the end. It has word games inside of it. It's just a wonderful learning tool, and that's on our webpage, and it updates daily automatically. We also have on those web pages Math Buddy, so they have a math problem of the day if they go onto the website. We have learning app suggestions that are aligned to the curriculum. We offer video help for all 4 core subjects on the website, so it's very comprehensive. And for high school, it's a little bit different. We offer mainly what the testings are in high school because there's so many different tests,
right,
and test prep material that's free so that they could find it online.
Now, do you actually have the material, or do you have links to find the material?
Links to find the material, and they are free. We also have, I put on there an SAT question of the day and an ACT question of the day to challenge the high school kids. There's scholarship information, My Career Shines information, the graduation requirements, and then the Bright Future scholarship information.
Wow. You fascinated me when you were talking about the pre-K program. Because we all know, or people in education know, that it's important to get that instruction before they get into kindergarten. They perform better. The data supports that those children perform better, not only in kindergarten, but throughout their elementary school.
I think you're right on with that. In fact, something that the Parent Academy is doing right now and we're pretty excited about is one of our initiatives called Ready, Set, Grow,
Really?
Where we, again, met with the curriculum reading coaches, the curriculum math coaches, and the kindergarten teachers. We got together and we said, okay, what do you want the kids that are at pre-Ks to know before they get into kindergarten? And so we developed materials together, and we developed a nice packet for them, and we're currently going around to the daycares in the county. In fact, I went this morning to one daycare and I was able to reach 34 parents, and I'm going tonight to another daycare, and we're giving them the information and talking with them a little bit about what the experience is going to be getting into Hernando County schools.
Is this a substitute for a VK program?
No, it's not a substitute for the VPK. It's just a readiness program just to get them aware of what's to come in kindergarten.
So yeah, but if a parent cannot get their student to a VPK program, they could use this in place of it and still be up to snuff when it comes?
Well, what they could do is, on the pre-K website, I loaded all of the information. So if they go to the pre-K website, they'll be privy to all of the information there.
Great. That's fantastic. Now, I know you're involved with a lot of the other end of it with the volunteers. You have your annual program coming up, which is?
The Back to School Bash.
Which is going to be bigger and better than ever.
Yes.
Always.
It's exciting. So we have been doing the Back to School Bash. It's going to be 3 years now.
Right.
And it's going to be held at Nature Coast Technical High School on July 27th. We hold it from 9 in the morning all the way to 1 in the afternoon. And we are able to prepare the students for school. And that looks so different in many ways. Okay, so it could be preparing them with school supplies.
Right.
And
Backpacks.
that would be backpacks, right? So this past year we partnered with the Hernando Christian Ministerial Association, and they donated 500 backpacks.
That's amazing.
For this cause. We've also partnered with Premier Healthcare Group, and they're able to offer free dental screenings. We've partnered with
Lions Club.
the Lions Club. They're going to be doing free vision screenings.
That's the first time for them, isn't it, this year? Or did they do that last year? I don't remember.
Well, they've been doing different events throughout the year. I believe they came last year, but now they have more materials to be able to see kids very quickly.
And you also do the physicals?
Yes, so we've also have Family Chiropractic doing free physicals.
Yeah.
And then we have the United Way of Hernando. You know, they're everywhere in the community. And so they definitely help us. The haircuts, we have free haircuts by Suntech Adult Education, which is part of the school system. And they're able to provide them. Last year they had 5.
And the culinary program supplies your food for the guests.
Actually, last year for the guests, we had the Rotary Club for breakfast, but the Kiwanis of Wikiwachi for lunch.
I know.
Was able to donate.
That's the group I belong to.
Yes.
We were there supporting. It's a wonderful event. I think last year you saw, I think, about 3,500 families.
We had 3,500 attendees, including exhibitors and those volunteering that night. That day. We had about 150 volunteers, a lot from the Hernando Christian Ministerial Association. And
I remember all the different games that were set up and activities in the, I guess, the cafeteria area.
Yes, we had a
DJ. Mm-hmm. There were all kinds of exhibitors. I think the Dawn Center was there giving clothing away.
Yes.
It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, a lot of the nonprofits were there.
Yes.
It's amazing. So what else do you do? I know what else you do.
Do you want to say it or should I?
You can say it.
Okay. We do the College and Career Readiness Expo. And that is held generally in October, right before school choice, because the goal of this event is to showcase all of the opportunities in the different high schools in the area. We have 5 high schools, and so we have each of the career technical education programs come, and they share what their program looks like, different things that they may do throughout the year. And we're able to have them in one area of Pasco Hernando State College.
Right.
And then in another area, we have school choice. We have exceptional student support services. We have guidance counselors from both middle school and high school.
And this is open to the middle school students, correct? 8th graders?
This is for 8th grade students, but we've had some 7th grade students that are on the ball ahead of the game, and they want to come and see what high school is going to be like.
It doesn't matter if they're in the Hernando public school system or a private school. If they're 8th graders, they're more than welcome to attend.
Correct. We open up this opportunity for all students within Hernando County.
Great.
Yes.
So that's going to expand again this year also?
It will. It will. I believe it's still going to be held at Pasco Hernando State College in October.
Great partner.
And they are. They're a great partner, and we wouldn't be able to do this without the teachers that come that night and volunteer their time to be able to be a part of it.
Now, I know your job is not 9 to 5.
No.
You're out in the evenings a lot.
Yes,
so what kind of activities do you do in the evening for the Parent Academy?
Well, you know, it could look different every time. We have another district-wide event, which is in the evening. It's been on Wednesdays in November, and it's the Full Steam Ahead.
Oh, really? Oh, yes.
And I believe you've actually been able to attend with your wife.
Yes. Yeah, we did.
It's an event that we have for families where we have 13 or more stations of activities for families throughout the district. And we have our teacher on special assignment that was able to put together a lot of the activities.
We did activities like Marshmallow Tower Challenge. The kids love that. It's incredibly messy, and they're learning engineering skills. We have the Egg Drop Challenge, another messy one. They love that. Of course, that's Force in Motion. And then this year we added the magic bubble wands.
Oh.
The kids loved that.
I think Professor Marshmallow tried to make a bubble out of me, and it didn't work.
We love Professor Marshmallow.
I love her.
She's amazing.
She is.
Yes.
In case you haven't seen her, Professor Marshmallow.
You should have her on your show.
Oh, it's a great idea.
She would be honored.
Oh, I think Ruth
yes,
Markham.
Ruth Markham.
Would love it. Yeah.
Yes, district science coach. Yes,
Oh,
she's phenomenal.
I used to go by her desk and to give her ideas, and I'd put down a note, post them saying page 92, page 47, and just leave them on her desk so she would open a book and try to get ideas for programs.
Oh, my
I don't think I have no idea what was on those pages. I just made up numbers and wrote them down.
She's incredibly creative.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does a science fair too with Linda Rothenberg from Westside. They run that. Yes. So I know you go out and with Kiwanis we do a Polar Express, and I know the Parent Academy has brought their volunteers out to help us with those events. And I know you've gone out to other events and helped park cars and you want to elaborate on some of those?
Yes, so the Parent Academy has those 3 main district-wide events, but then we also collaborate with the community, which is part of the Kiwanis. We were able to partner with you for the Polar Express.
Yeah.
And you had that at the park on
Cruise Lake Park?
Cruise Lake
Well,
Park,
yeah, then
I
we
believe.
moved it this year to Safety Town.
Oh, you see, bigger and better every year.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's a better location.
And so in the past, we've been able to help recruit students that are in need of supplies during Christmas time.
Go shopping for the
toys,
gifts, do the gift wrapping. We do lots of things.
So Polar Express, basically, the Kiwanis Club makes a Christmas for some families that otherwise wouldn't have a Christmas. A lot of the gifts are donated, and that's the function of the Kiwanis, is to raise the money to get the gifts primarily during the year. And we reach out, and the Parent Academy has been instrumental and very appreciated.
Thank you.
We're also partnering, we've partnered with the Hernando County Community Alliance, and they do the Children's Week event, generally in March or April.
And you'll help out at Hop and Glow, too, I think, don't you, with the Chamber?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay.
The Children's Week event was really neat this year. It was at Grace World Outreach Church, and all the kids that came, they got to make superhero hands at our station.
Oh, that sounds like
So
fun.
they really liked it. They were very engaged.
I'd
It
like
was
that.
a very rewarding event.
I could use superhero hands.
Yes. The kids were so creative, and they had so much fun doing it.
Yeah, you guys, you're all over. And
Yes.
what time do you normally get done working on a normal?
Oh, that changes every day.
Last night, we started our series, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful Families, for April. It's a 3-part series. So we were at the school until about 8 o'clock. The workshop was 5:30 to 7:30, so it depends. And that'll run 3 Tuesdays in a row. Very meaningful audience, excellent rapport, and it's a very high-impact workshop.
Well, I know you know the 7 Habits because you went to Fox Chapel.
Well, she actually helps out with us at the 7 Habits
So
workshops.
why don't you explain a little bit what that involves in general, an overview?
Okay. The overview of the 7 Habits of Highly Successful Families. It employs self-discipline, self-discovery, and timeless principles of effectiveness. And the first one that we talked about last night was being proactive. And we talked about the importance of putting a space between stimulus and response, because we have the freedom to choose. We have the freedom to make those choices, and when someone says something to us, that we respond appropriately. We're not reactive people, we're rather proactive people, because we're in charge of ourselves. So that's what we talked about last night on the first lesson.
That is so true. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of disciplines will tell you that, have a mantra or take a time out.
Yes.
Count to 10 before you respond.
Right.
Because
And you
yeah.
control what's in your circle that you can control, and not let those outside influences cause you the anxiety, so that your inner circle of control grows, your influence grows, and then the outside influences, that shrinks with the circle of control. So we learned about that.
What is something like you have 30,000 thoughts in the 10 seconds if you take that little time out, so you can digest and take a better course of action rather than reacting as you would if you were boxing, no offense, but you can take your time. And,
Yeah, she can't take her time on boxing.
No, I don't think so. Hold that punch.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's very. But the 7 habits in general that are taught at Fox Chapel, can you elaborate what they are?
You want to know these 7 habits in order?
Yeah, just the 7 habits.
Okay.
Because that's true for both the program at Fox Chapel and the full program for adults, correct?
It's the Leader in Me program they do at Fox Chapel Middle School. And so what that means is they have elective teachers that actually teach the 7 habits as part of their curriculum in the school. And then the other teachers in the school, they have what's called lead time. And so they all have action groups, and they have service programs that they're working toward as well.
Right. So what are the 7 habits?
All right, quiz me. Habit 1 is be proactive. Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind, looking at the big picture and putting it all into perspective. Habit 3 is put first things first. Habit 4 is think win-win. Habit 5, which is the habit that I have to work on the most, is seek first to understand and then to be understood, otherwise known as listen first, talk second. which is hard. I bet you have that problem too.
Oh, not at all.
Habit 6 is my favorite habit. It's synergize, and it's the habit of creative cooperation. And habit 7, which is the one habit that most people don't take time for, and it's probably the most important habit, and that's sharpening the saw. It's that daily renewal. It's the habit of renewal and a spirit of starting over and being refreshed.
Yeah, we all get lost in that one.
Yes.
That's for sure. It's very...
How did I do?
That was
Did she
that was
pass?
very good.
She passed?
Yes. The one that gets me every time is put first things first.
Yes.
Because that's third, it's not first.
Right, but I remember it because of the alphabetical order.
Oh, okay.
That's how I
Oh,
remember
that's
it.
good.
And putting first things first is probably, I think, the biggest habit, because there are 5 big rocks that we talk about in that particular habit. And when people realize what those big rocks are, and I'm not going to tell you because it's in the class, you'll have to come to class to learn what the 5 big rocks are.
So if they want to come to the class, is there a phone number to call or a
Absolutely.
website?
You can go onto the Parent Academy website at hernandoschools.org, or you can call our phone at 797-7315.
That's a direct line to you?
That's our direct line.
7135.
7315. Right.
Oh, I'm backwards. 7315.
Yeah, we'll get it.
That's because I talk first.
Oh, there you go. One thing I've noticed with the 7 habits is that habit 6, synergy, working together as a team and combining all these great ideas.
Sure.
I've seen that throughout the past 5 years as we brought on new team members, and we have these 6 women in the Parent Academy.
That's what we do all the time, is synergize. We are constantly, we have such a comfort with one another and such a great love and respect. We genuinely love the people that we work with, and it makes such a difference. And I think that's what makes the Parent Academy different, is because we really do care about each other, and we're constantly building each other up, building on each other's strengths. And Ivette is a master at getting us all to grow as individuals and as a team.
Well, she's such a giving
She
woman.
is a master leader. And her guidance with us, I think we've all been able to bloom as personal people and also as a very tight group.
Yes.
Well, with Ivette, what I've seen is she gets dirty. She's a leader who's out there. She's in the mud with you. When I say get dirty, she is in the field.
Absolutely.
And if she's asking you to do something, she is there with you. She's participating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazingly giving woman.
If
I stay
there's
in touch
one
with her.
thing that I've learned from her, it's you can always say yes. There's always a way to do something.
So let's
It
have a
can
love
be
fest
done.
on Ivette. Let's talk about Ivette for a few
We
minutes.
love her.
We do.
So tell me some good things about her. Did she bring in? Did she bring
She
in lunch?
always makes time for us, no matter what. She is a phone call away. If she's at a meeting, she will get back with us if we need something right away. She gives of her own money all the time for all of our events. If we run short on sponsorship,
That used to
many
annoy me.
times, I know, many times she will cover it herself, and she doesn't want anybody to know that.
Right.
And she's probably going to kill me for saying that.
I don't like it when a teacher or an employee has to go into their own pockets to support it.
But she does whatever it takes to make it happen. And I think that's her message. We do whatever it takes. When we were getting the community center ready, all of us were painting. All of us were cleaning the floors. All of us were moving the furniture and getting it ready. We had students helping us. We had kids out in the garden. We really all worked together, and we don't say no. We say yes to each other.
I know a couple of years ago when the Kiwanis, we were looking to expand a little bit. We were having a little lull in participation, getting the families to, at that point, Cruise Lake Park. I talked to her, and we made arrangements, and we got 2 buses to pick students up. And she organized and oversaw that
She makes it happen.
Yeah, she made it happen.
She makes it happen. She gets on that phone,
Yep.
and she makes stuff happen.
Yeah.
Well, and it's surprising how quickly, too, because the idea for the Parent Academy Community Center was birthed in April or May of last year.
Right.
And it came to fruition the first week of school. We were in there and we were
Yes.
preparing it. And by October, we had our grand opening
Yeah,
at Fox
I was
Chapel.
there.
You were there?
So why don't you explain what goes on in your community center?
Several things go on in the community center. We have Kelly. She does most of the coordination of the events that happen at the community center.
And that's actually two portables.
It's 2 portables, 4 rooms, and one of them is dedicated just for outside agencies to come in and do presentations. We've partnered with Regions Bank, and they have student seminars. And that has been very popular once we figured out what time is best for students and their parents. So we're learning as we go along.
Sure.
And the nighttime seems like it's getting the bigger crowd, so we're kind of learning as we go along.
Is that balancing checkbooks and budgeting and whatnot?
Yes.
It's all the banking
And they learn
basics.
about phishing and all kinds of cyber banking kinds of things.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it's very neat. And the ability tree, we have IEP 101. They come in and do small group trainings for parents that have questions and want to know more if they have a child with a disability. So they've come in.
We've also done a series for grandparents raising
yes.
grandchildren. That one was a 2-part series where we partnered with the Kinship Care Program. And then the next series we partnered with the Public Library and National Alliance of Mental Illness. And
Yes, we didn't, I'm sorry, no, go ahead. We didn't realize how big this grandparent audience was.
Oh, huge.
I think it was Beth.
Yes.
Beth on our team, she first started reaching out to the kinship program, and the grandparents. We had so many grandparents we couldn't hold them in the community center. We had to use the school's media center. The turnout was so great, and then on the second session when we had the grandparents come in, we divided them into smaller groups so that we could use the center for its purpose.
Right.
And all of those grandparents that came to that, they have been such great partners with us, reaching out. They're like, what else do you have? What else are you, what's next? What are you offering? They're so eager to learn.
Yeah, from the grandparent perspective, when I was on the board, a lot of the calls that I would receive were from grandparents or aunts and uncles raising children who had no clue. They were thrown into a situation, regardless of what it was, whether the parents were incarcerated or deceased, or they moved, or whatever was going on, or in a rehab. And there's a lot more out there than people realize in our community, and it's amazing what you do and what services are out there to help them. And if they know, they can go to the Parent Academy at 797-7315. And get the help they need, or at least get directed to the resources. That's important.
Yes.
You know, and it's amazing. So, in between all this, what do you do?
Well, we also help with the Title I schools.
Title I.
And so we help with individual events. Again, it can look very different. It could be creating a flyer.
Winter Wonderland.
Right. Wow. We've dressed up as elves.
Yes, they make us dress up like cookies and elves and all kinds of things. Whatever they need us to do to support them, we show up and do it.
That's it. Yeah, I remember the last Winter Wonderland I went to was at Moton, I guess, 3 years ago when Mark Griffin was the principal. That was amazing with the snow machines and everything going on, and carolers and
the kids just love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a fabulous event.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it helps build culture, especially when also with those events, I believe they sometimes put the writing of the students on the walls throughout the school.
I know
my
Deltona
God.
Elementary, they cover their walls with student writing. So as the parents are walking their kids to see Santa Claus or going in to hear the bell choir, whatever it is, the student work is displayed, and it's just beautiful.
It amazed me when they had the kindergarten and first graders doing essays.
Yes.
You know, and it wasn't so much the grammar or the spelling, but it was the thought process. And
Yes.
maybe something on the color purple.
Absolutely.
And they'd have this oh my God, I never did that in first grade.
Right.
It's a whole new world out there.
Yeah, it's amazing what they do.
Kids are smarter than ever.
They are.
Yep.
And now the generation coming up now grew up, was born with a computer in their hands and a cell phone, smartphone. No more cell phones. You know, it's just what goes on is truly amazing, and you women are truly amazing. So is Ivette. Yvette, you should have came, you coward. And
Hey!
she's my friend, I can say that.
Be nice.
I know why she's not here. She had another obligation, I'm well aware. But I am truly happy to have you here. And if you want to put out your phone number one last time.
797-7315.
The 2 L's from the Parent Academy. And this is Mark Johnson. I want to thank you for watching this interview today. And we'll catch you next week with another one.